Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, 7th class? Today I am giving you lecture on this in this video. Now I'm in the previous lecture we have read out till on page number 53. The last line of this chapter is about Indus Valley, and now I'm going to start the next topic, the Brahmaputra Valley. See the reading of this chapter. The Brahmaputra Valley includes a vast area of Bangladesh. The river Brahmaputra, like the Indus, also emerged from the northern branches of the Himalayas. The sources of these two rivers lie near each other. The Indus flows westwards, whereas of these two rivers, Brahmaputra flows eastwards and then runs southwards along the eastern branches of Himalayas to enter Bangladesh. The river Ganges, flowing from Bharat, joins the Brahmaputra before it falls into the Bay of Bengal. These two rivers, the Brahmaputra and the Ganges, from the biggest delta of the world, like the Indus Valley. The Brahmaputra Valley has also a very fertile soil, which is the best for the cultivation of crops. Next passage. The five valleys, the Nile, Jordan, Tigris, Euphrates, Indus and Brahmaputra, are of great importance for the Muslim countries. These alluvial plains are unmatchable in agricultural produce. In Afghanistan, there are some rivers which cannot reach the sea. They flow northwards and put an end to their journey by falling into a lake formed by the waters of the rivers flowing south to east. The river Kabul flows southward and joins the Indus near Attock in Pakistan. There are many streams and rivers in Bangladesh, Indonesia and Malaysia. They are not very long, hence they do not cover vast plain areas. After covering a short distance, they abruptly fall into the sea. The next topic is about the plateaus. Most of the northern parts of the Muslim countries are covered by the mountain ranges. There are several plateaus located in these ranges. In northwestern Africa, Tell Plateau is located in the mountain ranges of the Atlas. Tell Plateau is famous for its fine pastures, green part of the land. Pastures mean the Anatolian Plateau is Turkey and is situated between the mountain ranges of Panatic and Taurus mountains. Most of the area in Saudi Arabia, see the last passage, most of the area in Saudi Arabia is a desert plateau. The Iranian plateau lies between the Elburz and Zagros mountains. In Pakistan, there are Potwar and Balochistan plateaus. These plateaus are mostly barren and uninhabited. The places where water is available, cultivation is carried out. The major wealth of these plateaus are minerals. So plateaus are how these are prosperous and fruitful for the other peoples, for inhabitant, because of their minerals, because these areas are full of, with the help of, full of have wealth of minerals, because there are no water, no other facilities, just a barren area, so life is not possible here. The next is deserts. The western Muslim countries receive scanty rainfall. That's why desert conditions prevail in most of the areas in these countries. These areas from a vast desert called the Sahara Desert, the southern parts of Egypt, the Sudan, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria and Plateau and Morocco are included in the Sahara Desert. The western parts of the Sahara form a dry plateau. High mountains and stones are also found in this region. There are thick deposits of sand in the northern and eastern parts of the Sahara. Except for the Nile Valley, there is no green stretch of land to be found in the desert area. There is no green stretch of land to be found in this desert area, which stretches even beyond the Red Sea. In the west of continent, In the west of continent Asia, there lies the Arabian Desert. The northern part of this desert is stretched up the Abqa Gulf, where it is called the Sinai Desert. The Sinai Desert covers a vast area which lies between Egypt and the Arabian Peninsula. The western part of the Arabian Peninsula is rocky, but its eastern part is sandy like the Sahara Desert. No cultivation is possible in these areas. If we go to beyond the Tigris Euphrates Valley, we face the desert area of Iran, which extends into Balochistan, the western part of Pakistan. This desert area further extends along the coast of Makran and joins the third desert in the Sindh province. A part of this desert which lies in Bahawalpur is called Cholistan. These names are very important, class, because this is the answer of one question. So pay full attention on these words. The desert areas of Muslim countries are rich in minerals, particularly oil. The oil is being explored everywhere in the Muslim countries, and it is hoped that further deposits of oil will be discovered in the near future. The mineral wealth will be used for the development projects of the Muslim countries. The next is oceans and seas. The Muslim world is spread over a long strip which includes considerable areas of the two large continents, Asia and Africa. The borders of these Muslim countries touch three big oceans of the world. Underline the words: the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Indian Ocean. These are the big oceans of the world. The Pacific Ocean is the largest mass of water in the world. Most of Indonesian islands lie in the Pacific Ocean. The eastern coastal area, Malaysia, and also touch the Pacific Ocean. The Indian Ocean lies in the south of the South Asia region. The Muslim countries form a bow from the northwest, the north, and the northeast around the Indian Ocean. The western coast of Indonesia and Malaysia also touch the Indian Ocean. The Bay of Bengal lies to the south of Bangladesh. The Arabian Sea is located to the south of Pakistan. To the west of this area of this sea are located Iran, Oman, Muscat, and Saudi Arabia. The western part of the Arabian Sea extends northwards along the coast of Iran and United Arab Emirates. This part of the Arabian Sea is called the Gulf of Oman. The further extended part of the Gulf of Oman is known as the Persian Gulf. Here in this country, we are living in Saudi Arabia. Always we have to hear this word Gulf countries. So now you will know that which countries are called the Gulf countries. These countries are extend northwards along the coast of Iran and United Arab Emirates. This part of the Arabian Sea is called the Gulf of Oman. So along with this all the countries are called the Gulf countries. The Red Sea is located to the north of The Red Sea is located to the north of Aden Straits. To the east of Red Sea lie the Arabian Peninsula and the Sinai Desert. The Mediterranean Sea lies to the north of Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. The Atlantic, the second largest ocean, touches the western coast of Africa. Many Muslim countries, including Morocco, Mauritania, Guinea, and Nigeria, are located along the western coastline of Africa. The Caspian Sea lies to the north of Iran and the Black Sea to the north of Turkey. The Mediterranean Sea is located to the west of these Muslim countries. So 7th class, this is the reading of this chapter number 5. We are reading about the physical features of the South Asia. Now we have completed all the features. We have read out about the deserts, plateaus, oceans and seas. All these which are included in this area, in this region. We have basic information after reading this, that all important and good and with a high separate all the things we have in this area where we are living. We have mineral wealth also, we have big oceans, we have big seas, we have big mountains, plateaus, deserts, everything which are considerable for a country. We are enjoying all these facilities by Allah Almighty. Now I will tell you the questions.